beautiful soul family. Rebecca here, your vibe mentor, bringing you another video on how to raise your vibration so you can live your best life. Let's talk today about abandonment. The abandonment wound is pervasive in our society today. So many people who are good, kind-hearted, loving people deserve to be taken care of and to be loved and to feel safe and secure in their relationship. And yet they are not, and they cannot achieve that. So if you are a seeker, if you are a light worker, I am here for you. Your purpose is my purpose. And I want you to know that this is not a struggle that you have to deal with forever, that the abandonment wound can be healed. And it is possible that it can happen quickly. The healing process does not have to take a long time. And I do something called brain spotting that will facilitate even faster healing if that's something that you're looking for. But as far as our conversation today, I just want you to know that we have full control over whether or not we are abandoned. And it starts with our relationship with ourselves. As within, so without. And what that means is that because everything is energy and we are creators, we are vibrating at a frequency that is attracting to us the environment that we experience. Now, it can take some time, especially if you didn't feel safe, seen, heard, cared for, or loved for an extended period of time, whether in childhood or even in a toxic relationship later in life. You are dealing with something called the unworthiness wound. It can show up as not feeling like you're enough, or feeling like there's never enough, or the world is not safe, or people are not safe. This essentially is called scientifically the complex trauma, but more commonly it is just the human condition. And so we start to believe that there is something wrong with us. And when we do that, we are vibrating, and we have a frequency and emanation that tells others that I'm not enough. And we subconsciously, or sometimes consciously as well, have this belief that there's something wrong with me. That because those people didn't believe I was worthy enough to allow me to be seen, to be heard, to feel loved, to feel safe, then I must be part of the problem. And so that deep-seated belief that there is something wrong with us is what creates the abandonment. We have abandoned ourselves by not showing up for ourselves, for not believing in ourselves, by not meeting our needs, standing up for ourselves, having boundaries. We are self-abandoned. And when we abandon ourselves, we are teaching others how to treat us. And so they abandon us. Now, that sounds simple, right? We have to show up for ourselves. So we have to stop self-abandoning, but it can be very subtle in the ways that this happens because we are dealing with the subconscious brain. This is the conscious brain. The conscious brain is the prefrontal cortex. We're dealing with the limbic brain and the subconscious brain. Below consciousness means below our awareness. These things hang out in our blind spots. And that's why it's so critical. Healing happens through relationship, partially because of the positive, accurate mirror that's going to help you see yourself in the way that you should be seen, in the truth of who you are, but also they will help you spot your blind spots. We need that mirror of the other. We are not meant to go this alone. And that's where it can be so tricky is we're fearing abandonments. We have sort of this push-pull relationship with the other, with other people. Can they be trusted? Is it safe? Can I trust myself to pick the right people? Can I trust myself to show up for myself? And this is what has created the likely perpetuation of continuous abandonment, is this lack of trust in yourself. And while in the past you may have picked the wrong partner, I like to joke, for a long time I had a bad picker. I didn't understand my subconscious program. But when you start to heal, and I do something called brain spotting that will help you heal very, very quickly. It's soft, it's easy, it's fast. It's the fastest and most effective healing modality out there. I literally have tried everything It's the only thing that worked so well for me that I went out and got trained in it, because I know that the world needs to know about this. That we house these beliefs not only in our limbic brain, but also in our body. And until they're fully processed and healed through a somatic healing, through a somatic therapy, they will remain in us and will affect our frequency and vibration subconsciously, below our conscious awareness, in our blind spots. And so we deeply, desperately want for love, want for acceptance, want for that feeling of safety, unconditional love. And that's truly all we want. And yet we can't figure out why we keep attracting more of the same, more of those people who abandon us or hurt us. And the truth is, it's in us. It is our frequency and our vibration, is our belief of what we are worth that drives how much we show up for ourselves. So ask yourself, can you count on yourself? Can you count on yourself to say no and to walk away when someone mistreats you? Can you count on yourself to show up for yourself when it comes to making the choices that are healthy and good for you? Can you count on yourself to do the things that you know are going to make you happy? Maybe exercise, stretching, yoga. Can you count on yourself to love yourself, to meet your own needs, to show up for yourself in every way that you need, every single need, not just food and water and shelter, but relationships and self-actualization and purpose? How do you talk to yourself? Do you beat on yourself? Have you adopted that critical voice of those people who didn't show up for you? All too often, when we didn't feel safe, seen, heard, cared for, and loved, there was a very critical voice that was developed. Either their voice was adopted and we took on their job and abused ourselves even after they're gone, or we just developed that voice of criticism out of a belief that it will keep us safe or somehow fix the problem. I am here to tell you that no amount of negative self-talk will ever create a positive outcome in your life. I am here to give you a hall pass to show up for yourself, to trust yourself, to believe in yourself, to know that you are valuable and worthy, to know that you are perfectly imperfect for a purpose. There is something that you are made to do. The world needs that special gift that only you can offer. There's only one Michael Jordan, nobody else. There's only one you. And when you start to show up for yourself, others will start to show up for you. When you stop abandoning yourself, others will stop abandoning you. So what are you going to tolerate from yourself and from others? Because you get what you tolerate. I'll keep this one short today. I love you guys so much. Please do make sure if you reach out for help, there's a free 30-minute session link below. We can get you started. We can do some brain spotting, identify the root cause of your blocks that keep you from your purpose and your abundance and contributing to creating heaven on earth. I love you, my friends. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Namaste.